Good morning, everybody. I'm Teresa Perrin, and this is my stock market watch list for Wednesday, October 12th, 2022. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. And guys, this is a watch list. It doesn't mean that any or all of these are going to make moves. It just means that this is what's on my radar, and I'm going to explain why I'm watching them today. So let's get started. All right, guys, I'm going to start with iLag. This has been consistently in an uptrend. In fact, in the past week, it's up 71.88%. And guys, I think it still has a ways up to go. It doesn't meet any resistance till it gets up over $7. So therefore, I am keeping this on my radar for today for a continuation of this move up. Guys, this stock has been beautiful. Go back and watch my recent videos on it if you want to learn more about it. But I called this out at $2.05. And guys, we're on our way to not just doubling, but we're close to tripling our money. We're at 2.5 times right now, and I think that this is going to continue. KRKR. Now, guys, this is going to go to my HKD. And a lot of these stocks are going to come from that because HKD is up again in pre-market today. It had a nice run up yesterday. So there is going to be a lot of stocks I'm going to talk about that tend to run with it. KRKR is one of those, and it's been consolidating basically. Yes, it's down 7.63%. But if you look at this weekly chart, it pretty much has been consolidating, pulled back down, pulled up. It's trying to break out, guys. Once this pushes through $1, I think it's going to get a nice run in it. And $1 is still, 9% from where we are. So anyways, this is on my watch list for sure this week with HKD moving. BWV. BWV, guys, is a vaccine. And I have this on my list for two reasons. One, I noticed for some odd reason, I don't know if it's one of those Chinese stocks or what it is, but it tends to run with HKD as well. But also, it's a vaccine. And Novavax, which you're going to see me talk about in a minute, is on my list. So I'm playing this as a sympathy play and also as a sympathy play essentially to two, HKD and Novavax. MEGL, MEGL, Magic Empire Global Limited. Guys, this one also is one of those Chinese, Asian, whatever, Hong Kong stocks that, tend to run when HKD does. And it's already up 3.41% in pre-market. And guys, when this one runs, it can double or even triple the price that it's at today. So it's definitely on my watch list. Starbucks, same thing, guys. This tends to run with HKD. And I noticed yesterday it didn't really take off. But guys, it's had very low volume. It's down 14.36% in the past week. It's looking for its bottom. Is the bottom in? I'm not sure about that, but that's why I'm watching it. To see if it runs in sympathy with HKD and can start to move back to the upside. And was another one of those Chinese stocks. AMTD, guys, AMTD is basically what HKD is, but in some other form. HKD runs, AMTD runs. It's a given. It says it's down 0.83% in the past week, which, guys, it did really down low. It was under $1, I believe, yesterday when it started making moves to the upside, and that trend has continued in pre-market. So I am keeping my eye on that. I just wanted to show you the bigger picture of this stock. RMED. Okay, guys, so if you saw my video last night on RMED, you know why this is on my watch list. I do not know if this will break out this week or if it's going to continue to trade essentially sideways, which even though we're down 2.95% in the past week, look at this chart. Yes, it's trading, essentially consolidating a little bit in a downward pattern, but notice it made a big dip down yesterday, followed by a rebound up. Many times before a stock rips, it dips, and it does a strange move like you see this tail yesterday. This candle is what brings this to my special radar today. Along with the short interest, guys, Fintel, please watch my video on it. Fintel's showing it at 516%. I don't think it's that high, but I do think it is in a zone where we can essentially profit from it. So please watch that video to get more info on RMED. CYRN is Siren, and guys, this is a cybersecurity stock, and I believe that the trend has now resorted back to the upside. It is up 28.12% in the past week. It had a massive rip. I believe that this happened Monday when they announced all those airline cyber attacks, and guys, it's all of these, look at these inside bars that have been trading in it. All of these moves have been within this big candle that broke out on Monday. Now, I would like to see this all end up pushing above Monday's high a day for us to get confirmation that the trend is going to continue. But I think that sirens should be on your radar for that reason. HKD, here it is, guys. It is up $13.95 or 33.90% in pre-market. Guys, I think there's an absolute chance of an opportunity here where it could continue to rip. Now, this is the stock that went to $2,500. Do I think it's going to go back there? I have no clue. But when this moves, it moves. And as you can see, 33.9%. For a stock that, was essentially trading at $41, $42 prior to pre-market. This is essentially a pretty big move as it is. I think it could go back into the triple digits. But guys, I want to warn you, go back to HKD. As fast as this goes up, it can drop. So if you are playing this, do not play with money you cannot afford to lose, and be very, very cautious. For that reason, I stay away for HKD. And I, even though I know that essentially if I'm watching it every minute, which I cannot today because I have appointments, but if I were, that was what I'd have to be doing, because it does go up fast and it comes down just as fast. That's why I like the sympathy plays a little bit more. They're easier to manage, in my opinion. They don't move quite the same way that HKD does, guys, but you will see movement out of them. Novavax. Novavax has a conference today that they're part of. See my video on that, guys. I think there's a huge opportunity here. It has over 22% short interest, I believe. We saw it go up over $20 yesterday. It pulled back, guys. I think if we were to look at the other part of this chart, we would see the area where it pulled back. It kind of made like a cup and handle. And I do believe that this trend is going to continue to the upside today and this week during this conference. And I think that, guys, if Novavax can get up into that $30 range and start gaining momentum back, it will make that gap fill back up to, I think it's like $54, $55. If you see my video, you will see exactly where it's at. But I think that there's a huge opportunity for a swing play in Novavax. And also with flu and vaccine season coming up, and they have a flu and COVID booster that's all in one. So I think that you're going to see a lot of people going towards Novavax. Lyft, LYFT, guys, this has been beat down bad in the past week. I don't know if this is related to the potential lawsuits for people of sexual abuse during Lyft rides. But I'm going to tell you that there are two gaps that it made going down that could potentially get filled. So I'm watching because it's slightly up in pre-market to see if it has found its bottom and will start to make moves to the upside again. Ape is up 5% in pre-market. No idea why, guys, but that's the reason it's on this list. VRAX, guys, again, VRAX has been beaten down hard. This had a gap up this morning to $2.04. It pulled down yesterday, I think, just with the overall market, because it actually technically looked like it was ready to break out yesterday. And then you saw this big candle on the 1 week chart, this big red, pull it back down under $2. So be cautious with this. I'm cautiously optimistic, but VRAX I do think has the opportunity to double in a short period of time. But like I said, I am cautious with that one. Oh, sorry. Pets, guys, pets. If you follow me on Twitter, you know that Pets is technically aligned to break out on both the daily 4-hour and on the 5-minute chart intraday. So yesterday we saw it go up to 325 in pre-market. Of course, it pulled back down, thankfully, because it needed to fill that gap. And it had like no volume. If volume comes into Pets, it will make a very nice move based on the technicals. It would be a technical breakout, guys, and I do think that that's a huge possibility for this week. Oh, and it's lined up. If you were to see this with lines on it, it's lined up for that 1348 crossover on the intraday 5-minute chart. ATXI. All right, guys. ATXI was the stock that ran like up to $16, pulled back and dumped hard all the way down to like $2, maybe $2 and a few cents. But guys, they closed their offering, which is what dropped it at $3.30. That offering was bought up. My thoughts on that, like I always told you, is that there are a crap ton of naked shorts in ATXI. They're going to use that money to pay off a company that is basically killing them as far as financing and things like that go. So they're going to get rid of them as, buy back their shares that they have and the control that they have over them. So I do believe we're going to see moves up in ATXI soon. I don't know if momentum will come back as easily into this play, guys, but there's a lot more liquidity in it now. So like I said, when I told you that I was bullish on this offering, and a lot of people thought I was crazy. Yes, initially, of course, it dumped because they priced it at $3.30, which, guys, was half the price of what it was currently trading at, which was absolute BS. Honestly, I haven't bought back into this because ethically, I don't know that I can. Based on what they did to shareholders, it was really crappy. There was no need for them to do that. And why would you sell something that you own for less than what it's currently valued at? It made 0 sense to me. But guys, it is what it is. And I do believe that this was probably a deal to get somebody out of hot water as far as that needed those stocks, because they were probably naked shorting the crap out of this, because who would buy those shares with that warrant at $3.30 when the stock was trading at like $2.50. So you got to think about it. They needed those shares desperately, right? So I do believe that this definitely has the potential to rebound and could even make new all-time highs in the, coming days or weeks. So it should be on people's radar. Again, I don't know, guys, if I'll be trading it just because of my ethical beliefs, and I get very disgusted. And even though I know I can make money off of it, I want to make money. I lost a ton of money with that move, but to me, it's better sometimes to get it back in another stock than to go back into this. But I do think you guys can make money, so I'm mentioning it. LabU, guys, with Novavax and potentially other, biotech companies moving based on the conference that they're at this week. Moderna is another one to watch. I forget the other one, but if you watch my Novavax video, I talk about it. But guys, with those having potentials to move and them being such huge, parts of the stocks like that are in LabU, I do believe that you will see LabU move to the upside this week. So that's why I'm mentioning it. And last but certainly not least is Mara. And guys, with Mara comes obviously Riot, HUT, Bacat, and BTCM, and a whole bunch of other cryptos, because the futures are green this morning. Which, guys, if you're wondering what the futures are, if you look at my stock market cover page, whether it's green or red at the start of this video, that will tell you if the futures are green or red. If they're mixed, I'm going to choose one or the other, or just do a neutral color. But guys, they are green. The futures are green today, so potentially we can make moves to the upside. Again, there's PPI today and there's CPI tomorrow. So the market is going to be extremely volatile. However, the market moves up, then obviously Bitcoin has been following the market. So all of those Bitcoin mining companies like Mara, HUT, Riot, all of them will also move to the upside. And as you can see, Mara has been beaten down bad, 12.87% in the past week. So I do think that it has the potential to make good moves to the upside. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have